इनविटेशन वो सब एक स्टेशनरी वाला कवर यहाँ नहीं आया पीछे सी पीछे मेरे रूम में पड़ा वही तो अंदर रूम में तो मंगा लीजिए अभी मंगा वो हार्ड कॉपीज थी प्रिंटेड हार्ड कॉपीज है अरे हम्म। हाँ नहीं कोई बता दो तुम जगह तो बोलो देख लो।
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. On the behalf of organizing committee, I, Kausar Ansari, would like to extend a warm welcome to all the distinguished guests, participants, and esteemed colleagues. As one of the convener of this Earth Conference, it is my pleasure to co-host this valedictory session with Ms. Tania. I truly honored to have the hosted this exceptional gathering of experts at this International Toxicology Convention on emerging approaches in risk analysis and translational aspects of health and environment, in short, Earth 2024. Without further delay, let's us begin today's session. I invite Tanya.
Thank you, sir. And a very good afternoon to all the attendees present here. It is our pleasure to celebrate the success of Earth 2024, and we extend our heartfelt gratitude to all the attendees. To begin the program, I request Dr. Bhaskar Narayan, Director CSIR IITR, to usher our guest of honor, Dr. G.K. Goswami, Director UPS IFS, and our chief guest, Dr. Raghaven Bhatta, Deputy Director General of Animal Sciences, New Delhi, to the dais. I would also request Engineer A.H. Khan and Dr. Alok Pandey to please join them on the stage. Welcome, sir. I now invite Engineer A.H. Khan, Co-Chairman of Organizing Committee of Earth 2024, to please deliver the welcome address. I invite Engineer A.H. Khan, Co-Chairman of Organizing Committee, to please deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the organizers of Earth 2024, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to our valedictory function of 3.5 days scientific sessions and rich culture of you have enjoyed during this period, rich culture of Lucknow. Today marks the culmination of our conference, and we are delighted to gather here to celebrate the insights and knowledge shared over the past few days. We are especially honored to have with us our distinguished guest, Chief Guest, Dr. Raghavendra Bhatta sir, Deputy Director General of Animal Sciences, New Delhi, and our RC member. I welcome you, sir. And with us, our guest of honor for today, Dr. G.K. Goswami, IPS ADG UP Police and Director UPSIFS Lucknow. I welcome you, sir. And Dr. Bhaskar Narayan, our Director, sir, on dais, and Alok Pandey. I welcome you all to this lavish mini forest campus of IITR, named after our former director, Dr. C.R. Krishnamurthy, which we call as CRK campus. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our keynote speakers, session chairpersons, plenary and invitee speakers, participants from academia and industry, scientists and students of CSIR, IITR, media persons, and invitees on behalf of Organizing Committee of Earth 2024 in the valedictory function of Earth 24 at NAMISH, CSIR, IITR, CRK campus, Lucknow. I hope the conference has given you an opportunity to interact and exchange scientific ideas. Now I request our director, sir, to kindly welcome our chief guest, Dr. Raghavendra Bhatta, with rose and book. Thank you, sir. Again, I request director, sir, to present. Thank you very much, sir. Now I hand over to Dr. K.M. Ansari for the further proceedings of the program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for warm welcome and insight words. Friends, Dr. Alok Pandey, our colleague, played a pro-vital role while shaping the content and discussions throughout this convention. May I now invite Dr. Pandey, convener of Earth 2024, to present the summary of the conference.
Hello. Thank you, Dr. Kausar. Dignitaries on the dais, our chief guest, guest of honor, Director Sir, Dr. Khan, and the audience, the esteemed scientists, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to present the brief summary of the conference Earth 2024, which has happened in the last 4 days, 3.5 basically, but it was 4 days because we have started registration in the 10 o'clock almost. So it was a wonderful workshop conference, and I hope that you have all enjoyed it. In brief, the CSIR, Indian Institute of Toxicology Research, organized a 4-day International Toxicology Convention on emerging approaches in risk analysis and translational aspects of health and environment, which is Earth. So this year it is 2024, in association with the Michigan State University, USA, from November 27th to 30th. And it was under the aegis of Astra, which has been newly constituted society in February itself. And this is achievement for the Astra to be part of this, and we have organized this conference. This is the first mega event what we have organized. So the conference has emphasized the interdisciplinary approach to developing implementable solutions and technologies and deliberating on innovation risk analysis strategies in health and environment sciences. And this conclave brought together experts from academia, researchers, industry, and policymakers from around the globe in toxicology and risk assessment. The Earth 2024 began with inauguration on 27th November, and our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Ashok K. Mittal, which is member Rajya Sabha and Chancellor of Lovely Professional University, graced the occasion as a chief guest, along with Dr. Anant Kopar, CEO and Managing Director, Kushagramati Analytics, as a guest of honor, a guest of eminence, sorry. And we are indeed indebted to Padma Shri Professor V.K. Singh, Chairman CSIR RAB, and Dr. Devrat Kanungo, Chairman RC CSIR IITR, for gracing the occasion as guest of honor. On 27th November, the scientific session has started with a keynote lecture on redefining paradigms for health impact assessment for air pollution in India. And it has been given by Professor Kalpana Balakrishnan, Director, WHACC for Occupational and Environmental Health and ICMR Center for Advanced Research on Air Quality. She has highlighted that large-scale cohort study indicate air pollution as a leading risk factor for ill health, including high blood pressure and child and maternal malnutrition. There is a need to implement the recent methodologies, advances in health impact assessment to strengthen policy decisions in India. There were 34 international and 71 national speakers in this conference, and I thank all of them that they have come from abroad as well as throughout the India to make this event success. Overall, we had 29 scientific sessions, which was like in parallel in 3 halls or sometimes 4 also, with 5 themes. In theme 1, that is PET, Public Health and Environmental Toxicology, we had 9 plenary talks and 35 invited talks. It had sessions on topic ranging from human health risk assessment, cancer biomarkers, target organ toxicity, genotoxicity and carcinogenesis, food safety and quality, hazard identification, characterization and risk, nutraceuticals, health and wellness. The second theme, which was attract, analytical tools, techniques and assays for research, advancement of competency in toxicology. We had 5 plenary talks in that and 13 invited talks in the area of systems and integrative toxicology, food toxicology and food safety. And in the third theme, that is rate, risk analysis techniques and existing and emerging risks. The area of discussion were new approaches, methodologies in toxicology and emerging contaminants. So there were 3 plenary talks and 9 invited talks. The DIP talks, that is digital interfaces and predictive toxicology. There were 3 plenary talks and 10 invited talks, covering the topics on omics, high throughput approaches towards toxicological response, human health risk assessment, and artificial intelligence machine learning in toxicology. In the last one, which is DMAT, that is development and management of toxicology facility, we had 5 plenary talks and 21 invited talks in the area of waste treatment and management, environmental monitoring, bioremediation of hazardous waste, and development and management of toxicology facility. Overall, there were 23 plenary lectures and 82 invited lectures throughout the conference. And we also had 2 sessions for poster and 2 for oral, because we were anticipating less numbers of posters, the oral presentations, but ultimately number was high. So we have made it 2 days. And the young researchers presented their work. There were 21 oral presentations and 77 posters. And the poster and oral presentation awards will be announced shortly after during this program. Apart from these plenary and invited speakers, we had a conclave for entrepreneurs and startups working in the area of emerging advancements in the risk analysis and the sustainable protection of health and environment for stakeholders. So this was a kind of industry academia meet. There was a restricted roundtable discussion also on safety and toxicological evaluation of functional foods and nutraceuticals, the requirements and current regulatory status. In this meeting, again, in the chairmanship of our Dr. Bhaskar Narayan, members from defense and armed forces participated, along with the scientists from CSIR labs and invited partners from industry also. Friends, I think overall this conference was platform to discuss applications, advancements, and challenges in risk analysis and emerging technologies in health, environment, and safety. And it is my firm belief that the participants of the conference, whether those were the speakers or the participants or the poster presenters or any of the participants, they have certainly gained a lot from this scientific deliberations. And I hope that we will take these things to our places back and cherish the memories of this wonderful conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for that lovely pictorial representation of the conference while highlighting the crucial discussions we have had over the past few days. Also, thanks to the IT team and the photography unit for their efforts in this regard. Let us now take a moment to honor our esteemed partners. First, AFSTI Lucknow chapter, whose invaluable support and contributions have played a crucial role in the success of this convention. In this regard, I invite Dr. Ramakrishnan Parthasarthi, Secretary, and Dr. Smriti Priya, Treasurer of AFSTI Lucknow chapter, on the stage, and I request Dr. G.K. Goswami to please honor our partners. Thank you so much. I also request Dr. Parthasarthi to please give a brief remark about this partnership.
Distinguished dignitaries on the stage and off stage. And we I'm really thankful for this acknowledgement received from as part of this Astra and Earth conference. Actually, we are in three major points. We are very much happy about this partnership and how we want to take it this partnership in the coming time in the future. So first, as a IITR Rian, we are very happy like this international toxicology convention back in a very big manner. And that is the first thing we are very happy about it to support this partnership. And secondly, like AFSTI, I would like to thank all the members for their generous support for organizing the event as part of Earth conference. And also mainly the third one is like AFSTI, we inducted TRPF, Toxicology Research Promotion Board. Is one of the objective is to promote toxicology research in our country through our institute. So in that way, we are three major way we want to support this conference, as well as we are happy about this partnership. And once again, in future, we would like to be involved in various events of as partner with Astra, as well as coming time in future events at CSIR IITR. And thanks for this opportunity. Once again, welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Partha. I'm sure that all of you in the audience are aware that during this convention, there are oral and poster presentation by the young scientists and as the organized as a part of this convention. These presentations were evaluated by a panel of experts and eagerly await the results. So now it's time to announce the results of the oral presentation first. First, we have the distribution of the oral presentation award. In this regard, I request Dr. G.K. Goswami, sir, and all the dignitaries on the dais to kindly honor the winner. We have total 5 awards in this category, first, second, third, and 2 consolation prize. So first, I invite Suchi Smita for consolation prize. Along with Sachi, Manjari Mishra also got the prize, so I invite Manjari also. Sachi first and then Manjari. Manjari. Third prize is Dhiman. Samar Dhiman is the third prize winner. Third prize carries 2,000 cash prize, certificate and a memento. So he is not available, I guess. Second prize goes to Rajiv Kumar Dey. Rajiv Kumar Dey. Second prize carries 3,000 cash prize, certificate and mementos. Now time to invite first prize winner Nasreen Nazar. राजीव दे के गाइड को देखा है मैंने. डॉक्टर राजीव गाइड, डॉक्टर घोष प्लीज. So second prize goes 3,000 cash prize, certificate and memento. First prize winner is also not there, but she called me that she is on the way. So, sir, we can felicitate her later if time permit. But first prize carries 5,000 cash prize, 1 year complimentary student membership of Astra, 1 certificate and memento. So, thank you and congratulations to all. Moving ahead, in the course of event, it's time to formally invite our guest of honor, Dr. J.K. Goswami, sir, to enlighten the gathering with his remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are very energized. एक बार जरा तालियां हो जाएं इसी बात पे. अपना अच्छा कार्यक्रम कराया गया है. Thank you very much. So, the honorable dignitaries on the dais, the delegates from abroad, the delegates from our own country, and dear friends. It's really honor always to associate with scientific community, particularly to IITR, because here I have so many not only known person but really friends, and now the director becomes almost like our partner to our institution as well, and he is a like torchbearer to us, because apart from my police service, now I am on deputation to educational institution which have been built up by government of Uttar Pradesh. The name of the institution which is very close by, and I really invite you to visit sometime this newly coming up educational institution. The name is Uttar Pradesh State Institute of Forensic Science, Lucknow, and it is hardly about, you can say, with, if you see the crow fly, then less than 500 meters, and maybe by walk or by car, it may be 1 kilometer or so. So it is almost like very close vicinity, and this institute has lot of things common with you, because we are dealing with forensic science, legal studies, and cyberspace, cyber security, cyber forensics, and things like that. And very recently, about 2 days back, we have organized one international conference, and it was for 2 days, and it was quite successful, because more than 100 speakers were there from India and abroad, and more than 1,000 participants were there. I invited Dr. Bhaskar sir also, but he was out of station, so he could not make up. We missed him badly. Having said that, not taking much of time, I congratulate you for a very vast discussion on various vital topics of toxicology, health, and environment. And I must say that environment is a very, very important component for the very existence of human being. Health is one segment, and I believe that the way the so-called development is going on, it is contrary to the environmental protection. We have to be very careful that the sustainable development should be in accordance with the environmental protection, right? Though we talk a lot, but probably there is more to do rather than merely talking. Now let me come to my own agenda, because I came here for one other purpose also, just to invite you to the domain which is waiting people like you who are domain expert. I want to fetch your attention to one very important aspect which is related to environmental protection as well, and that is toxicological forensics. My dear respected friends, respected scientists and dignitaries, the important point which I want to say, that we are talking a lot about environmental protection, but the problem remains that environment is being taken care of by all of us. It is inanimate. It cannot speak. It cannot talk and cannot protect its own rights. So we have to take care of that. Unfortunately, the evidence required for environmental protection are not being taken proper care. Why I'm saying, suppose you are saying that this particular piece of water or maybe some bottle sample or something is polluted. The way the reports are being prepared by different analysts, they do not, comply the required legal necessity in the court of law. And that is very important, where analytical chemists like you may shake hand. I tell you that food adulteration, various other kind of pollutants in the nature in different manners, whether it is air, soil, water, and you tell the name of which is constituent of environment, they are all polluted. But when you go to court for contesting anything against anybody, whether it is an organization, individual, or whosoever may be, then it is difficult to prove in the court of law, because our analytical process are not complying with the desired legal requirement. Here is the catch point, and I sincerely invite you that we can have some action research where your expertise can join hands with forensics. And we are really ready to take this joint venture if institute like this, because we are lucky and mutually benefited, because two institutions are not only in the city, but they are very close to each other. I think it's time, and I tell you that it has monumental, dividend, not only in terms of protection of environment, but certainly in terms of, financial consequences also. It will protect our earth, as rightly mentioned about, and I know the quality of the director, that he makes so many acronym, and I have also requested him to build something for us also, because we are very, just newly born child. We are just hardly 1 year and 3 month old baby. So just think that I am standing like one year and 3 month old, right? But we are trying, we are very robust. Though we are baby, but we are robust baby. We are very healthy baby, having a lot of dreams to come to truth, right? We are aspirational baby, right? So I want to join hands, and there are so many areas, like we have developed many fields in forensic science, like forensic community forensics, you can say. People must know. Don't think that I am only a police officer. I was earlier a chemist. I did my first PhD in chemistry only. And then when I was DIG, I did LLB, then LLM, went to for United Nations, then CBI, then did LLM, then did second PhD, then postdoctoral and all, right? So with this background, I am really aspire that people like you can transform the system. And I give you another buzzword before I sit. This is the time, and market. This is the time forensic as a service. PASS. You must have heard various other services. Now, forensic science is going to be a composite unit. The time is very close that there is a murder scene. Now it will not be that sub-inspector or somebody will come and they will picking up DNA or maybe fingerprint and this and that. Now it will be a composite thing. And I do believe that it should be a PPP model, because police alone cannot do that. That's my own opinion. We have to have professionalism in investigation, collection of evidence, the analysis, so many things. I think we should think beyond our limits. And that is the beauty. I always say, it's not my role model, but we can pick many things. Elon Musk. Just think that whatever he thinks, he actualizes. Whatever he dreams, he put into practice. So can't we think beyond our boxes? So this is the time we should join hands. And I again congratulate you to organize such a wonderful conference, international conference, where more than 84 delegates have come. 16 countries have been represented. I think this is a very, very happening event. You must be going with a lot of informations, lot of knowledge, information, and research motives in the time to come. With this, once again, thank you for inviting me. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for your appreciation and thoughtful remarks. I now request Director, sir, to please felicitate our guest.
Thank you very much, sir. Now it's time to recognize our overseas partner. The Michigan State University, USA provided an unwavering support from the inception till now. In this regard, I invite Dr. Neera Tiwari, a representative of Michigan State University, on the stage and request our chief guest to please honor our partner. Thank you so much, sir. Now I invite Dr. Neera to say a few words.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kausar. Good afternoon, everybody. Namaskar and adab. to all. It's a pleasure for me to be here. And I would really like to thank the organizing committee here. I remember coming here in February, and I remember we were sitting in Dr. Ansari's office, and I met Dr. Pandey, Dr. Ravi Ram, and lot of other scientists that we were just discussing about this baby that was coming up, about this conference, and it culminated into such a wonderful, international conference here. I am from Lucknow, so I always want to come back to Lucknow. And so it's been a pleasure to be here. And I would really like to thank the director, Dr. Bhaskar Narayan, to be so much involved. I've seen him all around and, taking care of everything in the conference. So really, really thank you, sir, for organizing this wonderful conference. And I've seen all the students, all the scientists, everybody to be so much involved. It was so nice to see scientists standing next to even the food stalls and telling them to, do a good job. So, I mean, it's an overall thing where everybody has participated. And thank you especially to the students who have overwhelmingly worked hard. And especially when the inauguration function, it was awesome. So, you're multi-talented. Yes. So another thing is that I would really love to help all the students. Anything you people want, deserve. I am the elected president of the Scientist of Indian Origin at the Society of Toxicology right now. I would love to award people from here to come over and present their things. So definitely try to reach out. There are a number of resources for all the students for their different awards, travel awards, to come to the United States and present your work. So do not hesitate to reach out if you need any kind of help in that manner. We would definitely like to help you all. Then, of course, this year, we had people from the United States, from Kansas University, from the University of Miami, from Florida University, from Duke University, from University of Missouri, from Kentucky, Newville, so a lot of places. However, we had mostly people from the Indian origin. And the reason was that the same week we had this conference here, the same week was the Thanksgiving festival in the United States, where every family, they want to get together. So there's so many people who did want to come, actually. And there's so many people who want to come to this esteemed, IITR. We have only one well-known, toxicology institute in India, and that happens to be in Lucknow. So, it's awesome. So everybody wanted to visit, but maybe next year, I think we will have more people come and join us. So I look forward to contributing more and more, not only to the conference, but in whatever way I can to India and to our, institute here. So the best thing that I think I've contributed so far, apart from science, is serving on the National Academy of Sciences panels that and studies that we've done on the chemical threat exposures. And I was a part of that team to inform the government and the Congress of the United States to how they can tackle these problems. So I would love to do such kind of things and help wherever I can, not only there, but here too. So I'm a part of you, I'm with you, and I would love to keep contributing more and more in the coming years. So thank you very much, everybody. It's been a pleasure to be here. And thank you all who have served not only for the organization committee, but in every way to make this Congress a success. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Moving forward, we now have the distribution of poster presentation awards. In this regard, I request Dr. Raghavendra Bhatta and all the dignitaries on the dais to please award the winners. Similarly to oral awards, we have 5 awards in this category as well: 2 consolation, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. The consolation prize goes to Ranjana Kumari. And Ms. Neetu Shukla. The third prize goes to Miss Manisha Milani from Hyderabad BITS, but she's not here with us. The second prize goes to Miss Chitrita Chakraborty. And the first prize goes to Miss Astika Sachan. The first prize holds the 5,000 cash prize and Astra membership for 1 year. Congratulations to all the awardees and thanks to all the dignitaries for presenting the awards. Now, it is a moment of proud for CSIR IITR that we have been awarded by Raj Bhasha for performing most of our work in Hindi language, and it's a proud for our nation. In this regard, I would like to call upon stage Mr. Shubhang Mishra and Dr. VP Sharma to receive the award, and I request all the dignitaries on the dais to please present the award. Thank you. To take the proceedings forward, I am delighted to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Raghavendra Bhatta, to address the gathering.
Good evening. Dignitaries on the dais, invited guests, students, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, let me congratulate and compliment IITR on your Diamond Jubilee celebration. I think it has just started. It's a great celebration for completing successful 60 years. And I also wish best wishes for the Platinum Jubilee from the Indian Council of Agriculture Research. Friends, there are two buzzwords as on date. One is the antimicrobial resistance, AMR. Other one is the One Health. I always consider that, one thing which is missing, like similarity, all the time you talk about cardiac health. People are very much worried about their cardiac health, very much concerned about heart. One thing which is really missing is the kidney. Similarly, I also feel that, people are talking about AMR, they're talking about One Health. That is missing is the environmental health or the toxicology component. You all know that once you are a diabetic, the associated complex, what you get is diabetic nephropathy. Kidney is always not really considered as an important organ, but kidney is so important that whatever you take inside, ultimately it has to go out, and that is to kidney. So the environmental toxicants, environmental issue becomes so very important, especially in these particular years. And recently I was reading an article that it mentioned stomach is your second brain. A very comprehensive research carried out from many areas. And then unequivocally, it has been confirmed that what you eat is ultimately is going to decide what is there in your brain. And this was proved based on the results that the Alzheimer's, which is basically a condition of the brain, can be altered if you really take care of your food habits. So why I'm telling this that, the toxicants, the environmental pollutants, it becomes so important that, as Dr. Goswamiji specifically mentioned, that the most important thing is the analytical component of that. We don't have laboratories which are able to estimate them so precisely at the ppb level or still in a lower level and able to say that what exactly, because in my earlier institute, we had an Indo-German project, and we are looking at the amount of heavy metal and the pesticide that is being excreted in the milk. And we collected the sample from around, I think, 300 to 400 different places. And we got them analyzed. And surprisingly, the amount of pesticide residue was so high, then we thought we have to change the lab. Then the same sample, we got it analyzed to an NABL accredited laboratory recognized from the US as well, that none of the samples had pesticide residue in the milk. Then we just wanted to check, is it just by chance or exactly is there any specific reason that why it is not coming in the milk? When so much of pesticide is being ingested by these livestock through the dry fodder, through the sprays, through the green fodder, also through the concentrate mixture. Basically, I'm veterinarian, so later on we came to know that when we started tracing them, there is no excretion in the milk, but substantial quantity of that is coming in the dung as well as in the urine. And we could also slaughter a few of these animals and try to see that, is there any deposition in the vital organs? And there were a few of them. Another important thing is that many times, people, even in elite classes, aristocrat classes, even in the cities, suddenly they will be diagnosed with some cancer. So people are really worried, the quality of the food they take and maybe the water they consume and everything is so good, then what is that toxicant or what is that carcinogen which is coming in the food chain? So ultimately, everything boils down to the one particular thing, that the analytical component, the analysis, an excellent laboratory, and the facilities. So this is my first visit to this campus. And being a member of the RC, I had come earlier twice to the other campus. And so fascinated with Dr. Bhaskar's creativity that you sit with him for 5 minutes. You can catch, always, I just mentioned that, see, since you don't have any copyright, so there is always a possibility you can capture and take it back, So I was trying to say that I can steal it. He said, don't steal. You can say I can copy. There is no problem at all. And now I can do it with more confidence because 15 minutes back only, I have become a life member of Astra. So as a member of Astra as well, so I'll be more often coming here for your conferences. And I take this opportunity to congratulate the organizers of this event, because there are more than 300 participants from 15, almost 16 different countries. And I also would like to appreciate the Lucknow chapter of AFSTI for your contribution, the Michigan State University. I think students were very happy when madam said that, don't worry, you can always approach us for any of the conferences, you can make presentation in any of the universities. I think there's a great opportunity for especially the students to get acquainted with the overseas universities for your postdoc opportunities. I think, thank you so much for that. I think students will be extremely happy. And before I close, I'd like to just mention that why the theme is so relevant to our country, because so I represent Indian Council of Agriculture Research, and you all know that agriculture is the backbone of Indian economy. Though we talk about organic agriculture, natural farming, and all that, but the amount of pesticide, the amount of fertilizers, I think that is being used in the agriculture sector, which is far more as compared to any other country. Basically, that because of the green revolution that we were able to achieve not only the food security, but as well the nutrition security, the time has come that we have to look that how long can it go. So there's a time that we should sit back and talk about organic farming or the natural farming, so that the amount of pesticide or the contaminants that is going to the environment can substantially be reduced. In that context, I think I felt this is one of the very, very relevant, apt training program that has been carried out. And as I mentioned, Madam was also telling, because of this clash of the timings, hopefully the next year we will have more participants from the overseas. And I also congratulate Dr. Bhaskar and all his team, because I know most of you, because I have been coming here for the last 2-3 years. I know Dr. Akshay, Dr. Partha, all the seniors. So I wish that the next year the conference will be much more successful, and all the best wishes for your Diamond Jubilee celebrations. And hopefully that is a great opportunity for look forward for your Platinum Jubilee, where exactly IITR wants to go when you complete your 75 years or maybe next 100 years. And this is a time, generally what we do when we celebrate the 50 years or the 60 years, we just look back and see what we have done for the last 60 years, look at our achievements, and also thank those people who have contributed. I'm very happy to see the new burst of your third director over here, and there's a great recognition for the person who has contributed so much for this campus. And I'm sure that IITR will have a great future in the days to come. My best wishes to all of you. Thank you so much. Jai Bharat.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable remarks. Now I request our director, sir, to felicitate our chief guest. First oral presentation awardee is here. So I request Ms. Nasreen Nazar. She is a student at ICR Institute CIFT Kochi, sir. So she is here now. So I request chief guest and all the dignitaries to award her. Nasreen, you will get 5,000 cash prize, one complimentary, 1 year complimentary membership of Astra, a certificate and memento. Congratulations. Now I request Dr. Bhaskar Narayan, Director IITR and President of Astra, to make an important announcement.
I thought something will come up. No, the important announcement is that we are going to have कर दिया
आगे सर.
announcing Earth 2025. It's going to be November 12 to 15. We have taken care of Thanksgiving. We have taken care of Diwali and also the wedding season. So we make sure that there's going to be no rush for logistical support. And I was actually expecting my team to press it. I didn't want to press it. So that's how, because they do all the hard work. I take the credit. Thank you very much.
I request to all the dignitaries show the poster, which is, I request Ravi also please join us, please. May I request Director Sir for his presidential remarks?
No, there was a selfish motive why we called Dr. Goswami. We wanted him to commit that he is going to be partnering with us for our 2025, and he has agreed. Yeah, that's what. No, thank you very much. I'm sure UP SIFS will be a very great partner in this. And of course, we'll have our regular partners, AFSTA Lucknow chapter and MSU. And probably one more institution will join us when we are trying to host the next one. But nonetheless, it's going to be a cherry on the cake for us because it's going to be culminating with our 60th year of establishment, which is going to be our 61st Foundation Day in November 2025. So to commemorate that, we will be doing with all these partners. And of course, as Astra, we'll be very happy to associate with this event as well. And before I say anything, I must remember and thank a few people who have been instrumental in getting this conference on the move and also make it successful. One is Professor Ashok Pandey, who was with us in every turn to make sure that we have right participation from different countries. And I'm really thankful to all the dignitaries and the delegates who have flown from abroad and have been in India for almost like 10 days now. So thank you all very much. Lucknow, I'm sure you all have enjoyed Lucknow. I'm sure you all have enjoyed the scientific deliberations that happened in this conference, as well as the previous ones you attended in Pune and in Delhi. I'm sure you would agree, we may not be the best in the science in the globe, but certainly we are always standing shoulder to shoulder with somebody who's best as well. So I'm sure you would appreciate the hospitality you have seen in India, and I'm sure you would be willing to come back next year for this conference as well as the other conference that's going to be proceeding with our conference. Now, like I said before, I'm just the face. The team does the work. I just take all the credit. But when something goes wrong, I always blame them. So it's very easy to do that, because when you sit on a chair which can have that luxury, it's also a pain at times. But I can always feel comfortable because my colleagues have been part of this wonderful scientific and learning journey, especially for me, because when we kept on deliberating on a lot of aspects, even to create, even when we were creating an association, there were a lot of deliberations that were happening. Believe me, I can tell you, many of my colleagues always overrule me, not that I overrule them. So they always overrule me. They say, no, this is not possible. But yet, I have to convince them, yes, it is possible. So much so that only when it happens, they realize, yes, he was telling something sense. So the idea when we started doing Earth was to have something that we ourselves cannot match later, because the moment we came up with Earth, I don't think there is anything else that beyond that we can say. The only thing is Cosmos. Probably it doesn't fit into a toxicological domain or the safety evaluation domain. So Earth is what we have, Earth is where we live, and Earth is what we are also trying to make sure that we can't live. So the whole point of having this conference was to make sure that um, that we are reminded that we are that generation. We can actually undo some bad things that has happened over the years. It could be the air, water, or even the soil. But certainly the generations that are going to come, they may not have the luxury of getting it corrected much faster than we can. This is where we thought of Earth. And basically, if you looked at the themes that we had designed, it is to make sure that we have a holistic approach, a 360-degree approach for the entire aspects of environmental issues, be it is health, be it is pollution, be it is monitoring, be it is analysis. Everything was covered. And so much so that when we were trying to frame the themes, the dip talks, although it looks a little bit toxic, but the dip talks was something that we thought which can connect the past and the future, the digital interfaces. Because now gone are the days where we have to wait for the newspaper to come and then know what is happening elsewhere. Gone are the days where one has to wait for the radio to sing a song and then followed by the news, and then tell, okay, something has happened in this country or something happened in this locality. So we are in a place where even before I think something, probably the AI would have predicted it. This, you're going to think like this, and you're going to come up with this word or this part. So that is where we thought of dip talks, where how best the digital interfaces are actually being employed in toxicology or in safety evaluation setup. And I totally agree with Dr. Goswami that most of the times we forget, for surviving, for living healthy, we eat. And forensics is there in food as well. So the food forensics is a big game changer, even for the field of forensics itself. Because most of the times, even the criminal investigations border on what is being fed through diets. So ultimately, we are also so aligned with their institutional mandate, as well as looking at the toxicological intervention that can happen either for good or for bad, either for investigation or for even committing the crime. Even somebody commits a crime, certainly it has to be investigated, and of course the forensics people will play a major role in that. And I still remember one of the articles Dr. Goswami wrote. There are times if a scene, it could be a crime scene or it could be even a diet platter, if it is tampered with, then there will be a miscarriage of justice. Although we have beautiful tools, marvelous innovations, what matters is the sanctity of the scene or sanctity of the sample. If there is an interference, either by humans or by any other chemicals, we are going to have a lot of issues. That is where any true analysis is subject to availability of a sample with highest integrity. And when I say integrity, it's the same buzzword that will also hold for human ethics as well as the environmental aspects. So long as your samples have not lost their integrity, you are good to go and then good to come out with conclusions that you do come up with. Imagine a situation, you have a tampered sample, you have a sample with low integrity, whose integrity is compromised. Whatever you do thereafter is actually, you're going to report something that's not really in the sample. So that is where even forensics or toxicological signatures become very important, because these are two things that actually can reveal if there is a tampering that has happened. So it is here I would like to tell the audience, in the next edition of Earth 2025, we're going to have one theme specifically meant for sample integrity and the forensics. And this forensics is not just about criminal activities or anything. It's also about creating those signatures which can actually detect integrity of samples. So I'm sure my team will actually tomorrow they'll start overruling me, because I have not told them that this is going to be one of the themes, but it's an open announcement that this theme is going to be there. It's going to be about integrity of samples and then the forensic tools that can be used for measuring the integrity of sample itself. So that's going to be one of the themes. This theme actually is also going to be a tribute to the institution that we are in and that I'm heading as one of the first employees of the institute, because this is one institute which has involved itself in addressing a lot of environmental and public health issues. And all along, if you look back, any of the institutions or any of the academic or research institutions that have worked on some of the aspects of science, they all finally boil down to the robustness of the experimental protocol and the integrity of the sample. And that's where I thought any theme that borders on integrity of sample and the forensics involved therein becomes very important. And that's going to be one of the themes in the next edition of Earth 2025. And once again, I am really thankful to Dr. Goswami that he offered that, he's going to partner with us in the next edition. And at the same time, I will be failing in my duties if I don't mention a few of the sponsors actually who have done such a good, they have given us such an encouragement. One is Mrs. Waters, Mrs. Fair Labs, and then we have Ultra International, Bisleri, Kadamba, and all other sponsors who have actually associated with us in this conference. But why I said the ones I mentioned is because all these sponsors, they never expected much from us, but they willingly contributed for conducting this conference because they feel with the theme of this conference. And it is that kind of an encouragement that helps us actually to do offbeat, very wide and then at times very focused themes that we had in this conference. And before I close, let me say this. In case you have felt any inconvenience during the conference, make sure that you give us the feedback so that we can correct ourselves in the next edition. Certainly, we can't undo what has happened. I'm sure All of you would have landed at Lucknow airport or the railway station, a few of you. You would have seen one tagline, both. I keep telling in every meeting or every occasion that I am in, they have something called as Muskuraiye Aap Lucknow mein. For all the delegates who have come up from abroad, let me tell you, it translates roughly to, you are in Lucknow, please keep smiling, because this is city of smiles. So please have a great smile, enjoy the hospitality. I'm sure you have enjoyed the hospitality till now. Enjoy the beauty of Lucknow, the cultural heritage. This city is known for its culinary as well as cultural heritage. Enjoy it if you have time, or come back next year and then enjoy it. Jai Hind. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I now invite Dr. Alok Pandey, convener of Earth 2024, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Tanya. Being the co-convener of this convention, Earth 2024, it is a matter of pride for me that on the occasion of the closing ceremony or the valedictory function of the conference, I'm able to thank all those who contributed in making this event a success. So first of all, for this valedictory function, I express my gratitude to Dr. Raghavendra Bhatta, who graced this program by attending as the chief guest. Thank you very much, sir. We thank you from the bottom of our heart. I express my gratitude to Dr. Goswami, who has agreed to be guest of honor for today's function. Although he has a busy schedule and like he has assured us that he will be partner in the next forthcoming Earth 2025. So I hope that we will have more meetings and discussions with you in coming years, sir. And I express my gratitude to all the invited speakers who have pained to come over here. Like Director Sir has already said that some of them are traveling since last 10 days to different parts of the country. And they have given their time to present their science in the conference, and especially to those who have joined us in person from different places. Like nowadays we are in digital world. So there are options that we can have online meetings or online presentations, but they have taken pain to come over here in person. So thank you very much to all of you who have come from abroad and those who have come from different parts of the country. All the participants who have come from India as well as abroad, whose participation made this event success. And I'm hopeful that they must have gained good knowledge of the expertise from the people or the scientists or the stalwarts who have come for the conference. I express my sincere gratitude to the chairpersons of the sessions, though some of them were the plenary speakers or invited speakers, but those who have taken pain to come just for chairing the sessions from abroad as well as in India. So special thanks to the former colleagues of CSIR IITR also, who happily agreed to be the part of this sessions as well as the conference. On behalf of the organizing committee, I thank Dr. Ashok Pandey for helping International Connect. Director Sir already told you that he has got us some connections by which we has this successful event, and we got some speakers from outside India also. So thanks to him. I'm thankful to all the members of the organizing committee, without whom this cannot be successful. And they have completed various tasks of event well and on time, as a result of which the successful organization of this conference was possible. Some committees work in front, or you can meet them every day. Some committees are not visible, so they are behind the curtains. But I name a few, but those whom I cannot say or I will not speak, don't think that I don't thank them. We feel that what pain it happens when we are conducting such kind of conference or something. So Transport and Accommodation Committee, so thanks to all of you, the chairpersons, conveners, volunteers. Yeah. Stage and venue committees, we have seen all the 3-4 halls and other places like this Namish itself. So thanks to all the persons or the committee members. Catering committee, I hope all of you agree that they never failed to feed you on time and good food. Publication committee, You have never seen those committees when you are in the conference, but you see the product basically, the souvenir, the abstract book, the program. Scientific session committees, I hope that all of you have enjoyed the conducting the sessions, the way they have conducted it, the chairpersons, the speakers on time, and everything has been conducted. Thanks a lot. Registration committee also, volunteers from the registration committee has been there on all the 3 days, sitting on the same place for any registration, even on the last day. So thanks to them also. Poster and oral presentation committees, although it has taken almost 7 o'clock in the evenings in both the days, but they have taken a pain to conduct all the presentations in same way so that there's no unbiased, there's no biasness, as well as the judges who have come from their respective institutes and they have given their unbiased judgment. And I congratulate all the winners who have got the poster and oral presentation awards. I also thankful to the rapporteurs and volunteers who have conducted the sessions and all those who have been part of this successful event. I may not have speak about them, but from the bottom of my heart, I thank all of you who have given their time, their support, and the resources also. My sincere thanks to all the sponsors who have wholeheartedly supported this event. The platinum sponsors, Waters and Ultra International, Bisleri, who has been our thirst quencher or hydration partner, Fair Labs, gold sponsors, Marico and Kadamba Marketing, bronze sponsors, Thermo Fisher Scientific and Merck, and the funding from SERB, as well as institutional support from CSIR headquarters and sister labs. And all the other vendors who have in one or other form, they have supported us financially through the advertisements and other things. I thank all of them. Without that, because for every event you need money, and we have got enough money so that we had enough resources for you also. So my heartfelt thanks also to the press and media. This was, I think, the first time after we are having several events. So in many years, we have seen such kind of coverage. And my sincere thanks to Dr. Ankur and the press and media team also, who has made it possible that we have got almost coverage of everyday event. Otherwise, it would happen only on the inauguration and valedictory, but now every day, almost sometimes it was the sessions also. So press and media, and as well as Radio FM 100.7, who has given the coverage of this event. So my sincere thanks to them also. I'm thankful to the chairman and co-chairman of the seminar or this conference, Dr. VP Sharma and Dr. Engineer A.H. Khan. So who encouraged us all the time, and together we have shared the burden so that we only have not pained. And I'm thankful my colleagues and co-conveners of the seminar. And I request all of you to give them a big round of applause. The two fine gems, Dr. Kausar and Dr. Ravi Ram, whose untiring support did not let us, I'm saying us because I was also part of it, feel the burden of the conference. And we have worked as Trimurti. So thanks to both of you also. And I fail in my duties if I don't thank one person and who has been behind all this. The driving force, our very own director, Dr. Bhaskar Narayan. Although he kept us on toes every time, but the results are wonderful and it is in front of you. I think it has been fruitful, that the pain was fruitful, and now we have got this wonderful show. Thanks a lot, sir, for guiding us, for pushing us also every time so that we could come up to here. So I'll just thank him with one share. Those who can understand, I think many of you, the way he works, it is दिल भी एक जिद पे अड़ा है किसी बच्चे की तरह, दिल भी एक जिद पे अड़ा है किसी बच्चे की तरह, या तो सब कुछ ही इसे चाहिए या कुछ भी नहीं. So जो सब कुछ ही इसे चाहिए वाली बात है, उसी की वजह से हम लोग आज इस स्टेज तक आए हैं. And I hope that we will go further and we will get more and more of such kind of events, wonderful events, the fruitful events. And now the big thank to all the team IITR, including students, participants, organizers, and I hope that you can clap for yourself once. All the participants, now I hope that you have feel that what is Muskuraiye aap Lucknow mein hai. So, and in the last also, I apologize on behalf of the organizing committee if there is any lapses in the arrangements or any of the inconveniences you have happened during these 4 days. So that is on behalf of our organizing committee. This is our apology for that, and we hope that we will rectify it and we'll have better arrangement next time. So thanks a lot to all of you, and I'm assured that we will meet again at least in November 2025, maybe before that also. And now, at the end of the program, I request all of you to please rise for national anthem. Anything else?
इसके बाद high tea.
Yeah. Late.
जय भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, please, Bhatt.
Thank you, Alok. Now, thank you everyone as well for your participation today, and look forward to seeing you in Earth 2025. Have a safe journey. Now you all are invited. Now you all are invited for the high tea in the cafeteria, please.
And also.